Welcome to the Humanz race.
We don't research shit.
I wanted to see the guitar.
You play?
Yes. Do you?
A little bit.
Play something.
Not right now.
This is my father's, but he doesn't play anymore.
No?
There's not that much work for mariachi these days. Now he just watches TV.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He was never that good anyway.
Hey guys, here we are again. Humanz race. What's up, Ryan?
Hello.
We got Jeff in the house.
Hello. Hello, Jeffrey.
And special guest today, Abraham Verduzco. Verduzco.
He already butchered it.
Verduzco, hi.
Yeah,
Verduzco.
You wanted some nice fancy stuff on there. You were telling me to roll my R's.
There you go.
Abraham.
That's still not it.
No, not even close. Welcome to the show, guys. How's it going?
Good.
Well, we got a special guest, Abe, in here today.
Who was
He's
that
a
cute little
child
kid?
star. How you doing, Abe?
I'm good.
Welcome
Good.
to
How
the
you guys
Humanz
doing?
race.
Thank you.
Here we are. Cheers to you.
Love it. Cheers. Salud. Salud.
How the hell did you get into acting?
So it actually started out with my uncle. He got discovered when he was really young. He's maybe 8 years older than me, 10 years older than me. He got discovered, started hitting auditions, landing commercials, stuff like that. And then
What age were you?
I was still like 5 when he started kicking off. And then my aunt and his manager were like, well, let's get Abe into it, because I mimicked my uncle. You know, he was charismatic and life of the party. It's like, well, I got to be that too. So,
Well, wasn't your uncle like 3 years older than you?
no, a little bit older than that.
Oh,
still.
okay.
So
I thought the other kid in there was your brother.
yes, in
Okay.
Radio Flyer.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's
Sorry.
he's my brother in the movie, but that's my uncle. My uncle Noah Verduzco. So yeah, he's the guy who did like Blood In, Blood Out, Mi Vida Loca. I mean, all those movies. So they got him into it and got me into it. Same manager we had got me an agent after that, and then I just started auditioning.
Dude, who was he in Blood In, Blood Out?
He was God, what's his character's name? God, I can't
That's Vatos
forget.
Locos Forever, right?
Yeah. The one that
Fucking love that
ODs.
movie.
The one that ODs when
Oh, Chewie.
is it Chewie?
Yeah.
That's your uncle?
That's my uncle
I
Noah.
never
Yep.
knew that.
Yep.
Fucking Chewie, man.
Yep. The one that ODs when
Wow.
Crucito's doing the
Yeah.
artwork and stuff.
Yeah, Chewie.
Yep.
Oh,
So-
no, not Chewie.
Chepo.
Panchito.
Sure.
Yeah. Uncle Panchito.
Yeah.
I so was going to say that,
Yeah.
but
It was on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
You had it.
I guarantee
So-
you neither one of these two have seen that movie.
Right.
Oh, bullshit.
And I've seen that
We
movie
watched
a
it
million
together.
times.
Remember
Oh, you've
we-
seen it?
Yeah, we were watching it together with
When?
the white dude that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miklo Valka.
I made my Midwestern.
great movie.
Great movie.
I made my Midwestern white wife watch that, and she's like, "Is this really what East LA's like?"
Yep.
I was like, "Yeah, exactly."
See, I kind of thought that you did a mall recital or something, you know, like, oh,
Nope.
Nice.
It was.
Good. Got it all over you.
sorry, man.
Good looking out. Good looking out.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you.
No,
Appreciate
officer, I wasn't drinking.
I'm like, no, I just came from a podcast.
you were young, second, third grade-ish.
Yep, about that.
How did school go? Did you have to go to school?
So yeah, I did school during the day, would audition in the evening. My mom would pick me up from school, and we'd run down Hollywood, Burbank, Santa Monica, all that, hitting all these casting calls.
Were they pushing you hard? Were they like the...
No, my parents were really awesome. This was always something that they were like, if you want to do this, we will do this.
But we found you 40 auditions to go to.
Right, but
Right.
we're going to 3 tonight, so, put your smile on. But if I did land a job, they would have an on-set teacher. Per SAG union rules, I had to be in school for 3 hours a day.
Okay.
We would bank hours, though, so I could use that time later on if I needed to work a full day. I could only be in front of the camera for like 6 hours or so, and I needed an hour break, lunch.
Oh, really? They cut you to minimal hours because you're a child.
Because I was a child, I couldn't work no more than 9 to 10 hours or so a day.
Dude, how sketchy is that though? You can bank hours. That's how they get around it.
I want to be bank hours.
So like, if I go to school for 6 hours a day, tomorrow I don't got to go to school at all.
And totally, that's what they would do because it would help with production. If I had to do a day where it was most of my scenes, you know what I mean?
Did you ever have like a moment where you like had to go to school and you had to like stop? I guarantee you that's a no.
No, never. If production took precedence.
Bells ringing, gotta get to class.
My watch battery died. We still have a half hour. Yeah.
Yep,
So your uncle was Juanito.
Yep.
So he put a needle in his arm.
Yep.
Fucking
And
love that movie, man.
yeah, he did that. He landed a lot of stuff too, commercials,
Is he
TV
still
shows, stuff like that.
doing?
No. I think a lot of us too, because my brother did stuff. My aunts all did work. You might know my brother. His name's Daniel, and he was in 4 Rooms.
Really?
Yep, which was directed by Robert Rodriguez, and of course he got the part because I had just done Desperado with Robert Rodriguez, so he auditioned us both.
So Rodriguez liked you.
Oh, he loved us, you know, and he almost made it to an older brother and a younger brother
You guys
for
were
that.
taken off, dude.
It made it more mischievous, but I think the dynamic worked better with like a sister and the younger brother. But
Do you
almost
get the Robert Rodriguez Christmas card every year?
Yeah, I think we do.
Hey, Robbie.
Hey, can we call? Do you have his number in the phone right now? Can we call him?
Get him on the podcast.
Yeah, just a little podcast, no big deal.
I
Rob.
just want to talk to you, see, update what stuff that's going on.
You're live on the Humanz Race.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, no, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. I'm
So,
doing it.
yeah, that's all of us did it.
So were
but-
you popular in school with this shit? Because they had to know you were movies.
Yeah, yes and no. Some girls liked it. A lot of guys would hate it because I would get the girls' attention. So it came with some fights.
So you didn't stand underneath the marquee.
Yeah, so playing the guitar at school
Show
all
up
day.
with a guitar on your back.
That's me.
No big deal.
Yeah. It was, and again, it was never something I liked to boast about, you know. But kids knew I would leave school and I'd have to ask the teacher for homework, advanced homework for the next few months, which they hated. They're like, "Oh, great, I got to prep you."
Right.
Work for the next, few
I think
weeks.
some of this is bullshit because every time I talk to Abe, he goes, "Yeah, when I was in Hollywood, no big deal, you know."
But you got to think
that's a
they're
lie.
used
I'm
to
just
it. Those
kidding.
teachers got to be used to actors.
in
Not in-
LA,
not in
I think
LA,
LA,
Not in
Hollywood.
East LA.
in Hollywood, yeah,
Right.
maybe in Hollywood, but yeah, in LA, and I never had an issue with it. They would prep the work, whatever, and take work home. So.
What was it like working with Antonio Banderas?
Amazing, God. So when we did Desperado, he actually rented a house, and so we filmed in Acuña, Mexico, but we stood in Del Rio, Texas, and we would cross the border every day to go film.
Really?
Oh yeah. So all the production crew, all those other actors were in a hotel. Production, I think, rented him a house. And so he invited us over with the director. Everybody, we had dinner and we did some of the scenes rehearsing there with him. Super, super nice guy. Did
they
Salma
film-
Hayek.
Did they film in Mexico because they didn't? And then live in California, or
have to pay
Texas
taxes.
to taxes? Is that the deal?
I assume
Or the
so.
safety?
I mean,
I bet it's a safety.
a little bit of both, maybe. I
Yeah.
think but and it was easier to house the production in Texas and then cross
Right.
over every
But
day.
you were in the they had parties with Salma Hayek and everybody.
Yeah,
I said
parties there.
everybody. I don't really care about anybody else.
Tell me about Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
Was she cool? Was she?
Wonderful, wonderful lady.
still got her
super
number?
sweet, super nice.
Let me see your phone for a second.
Unfortunately, no.
I don't think it's under Salma Hayek.
Wonderful, wonderful lady. Just super nice to work with. And again, you gotta remember too. At these times, they weren't like she wasn't Salma Hayek as we knew
Right.
it yet. They were all up and coming actors themselves. You know what I mean? So it was
Didn't you? I recall a story. You said you fell asleep in
on her
arms.
lap. Yeah.
Are you get the fuck out of here?
So
You have nice pillows.
you know what?
This
Actually,
place on Earth or something.
I don't want
Fuck you,
to.
Disneyland.
Fuck Disneyland.
I don't want to hear the story.
I do. Come on.
So it's the scene when they have the shootout, and he sees, Diamondetta sees me on the floor bleeding because I get shot, And so he picks me up and throws me in the truck while
Spoiler alert.
they had.
Yeah.
Spoiler, I really thought you died, dude.
Like a 20-year-old
If you haven't
movie.
seen Desperado yet, spoiler it. Sorry.
Dude, I thought you were
Shit,
dead.
good.
I'm like, fucking Abe died.
Yeah, no,
And then all of a
didn't
sudden,
die.
here you are.
No, he was that good of an actor.
So
Hell of a job.
Why are you here?
So I'm in the backseat of the car as they're prepping the shot or what have you, and in between filming, just took a little nap sitting there. So
Yeah,
she was sitting there caressing my head.
So
and
every
of course
day
I'm
you're like,
10,
I'm tired.
so it's an endearing thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but still, though, how'd you get through it? I don't even know. Sounds rough.
no, it was
I
hard
mean,
work, but
yeah.
we got through it.
You ever keep up with any of these old co-stars?
No. At this point, I've left LA. God, it's been 17 years now since I've been gone. So, trying to even remember the last thing I did. I think the last thing I did was like voiceover work.
Oh, really?
Is your brother still acting?
No. Again, none of the family is still acting. My uncle's not. My brother's not. We've all kind of moved on from that.
You did some TV shows as well, right?
Yep. Did
Like, besides Alf?
Yeah. So funny enough, I did ER, which I had gotten the part because I auditioned for Quentin Tarantino, who directed the episode I was in.
Love that guy. Shout out to Quentin.
Shout out Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin.
Could you imagine Quentin Tarantino directing an episode of ER, though?
No.
So he had scrubs on the entire day.
Just to get into character.
Very
Just really
eccentric
screwed
dude.
walking around.
Doctor, director character.
Yeah.
What a trip. Was he just a weirdo?
No. I mean, really cool. At that high energy that he is, Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna film this. It's gonna be great. Hey.
Very excited.
Very excited. Like, hey, great stuff. So he had remembered me from Desperado.
So did you get to meet George Clooney?
Yeah, so we got to meet George Clooney. In fact, in the episode, we're Boy Scouts. Kathy Griffin is our scout leader, and we ended up getting sick from drinking river water, and I got to throw up all over George Clooney. So
Great.
I had a tube on the side of my mouth that they pump with the fake puke, and we were arguing because somebody farts. And they're like, oh, no, he farted. And then he comes up to like, all right, guys, relax. And I leaned over and just
Threw up on him.
all over him. Yep.
Oh, so the fart thing was part of
Part
the
of
episode?
the episode. Yep. Like you'll see it on there. So I mean, yeah, we landed the episode because of Quentin. He recognized us and the kids. It was great at being on set. Quentin Tarantino was great. George Clooney was awesome. He actually pulled us out of class. We were doing schoolwork. He comes into the class to tell the teacher, hey, I want to take the kids out for PE. So, and the teacher actually counted the time for us as PE. And
playing kickball?
No, he was playing basketball with us. I guess
No shit, for real, huh?
He's a big basketball guy, apparently, so he had us out there playing
Just
basketball with
snuffing you
them.
like
Just
fucking Billy Madison.
dunking on everybody.
Fucking
yeah.
McKimbe and everybody not in my house.
Dude,
Your fucking your PE teacher was fucking George Clooney.
George Clooney was our PE teacher.
Our PE teachers were fucking chicks with balls.
So, yeah, I mean, great experience. He was really awesome to do that. I was on Baywatch, was one of the other TV shows I got to do.
Baywatch.
So, yep.
Did you get to meet any of the
Did you-
big heavy hitters?
Yasmin Bleeth was the one,
I love
and God, who was the blonde who was with her?
Pamela.
Gina Lee Nolan.
Oh,
So yeah, I think they were the ones
I know
that
who that
were
is.
on that. Yeah,
Nicole Eggert was one of them.
yeah, I think so.
Come on.
Trying to.
We're talking Pam. Did you meet Pam?
No, did not mean. This was later on
Later,
the years
she left
where
the show.
Oh,
yeah,
she
she
was
had
already
left,
gone.
and it was Yasmin Bleeth's hour to like carry the show.
I think, yeah.
She
With the
had her own
hotness.
movie that she was making, huh?
Yeah.
I think so.
Barbed wire.
The classical hit, the barbed wire.
And the boat movie. Didn't she make a boat movie?
Yeah, something like that.
I love you so much, babe.
But in that one, I got to drown. So
You got to drown?
I got to drown. They save us. So
Hey,
we're orphans that go out to the beach and we're playing with the frisbee, and the frisbee goes in the water. And rather than just leave it be,
You went out to go get
we
it.
went out to go get it. We ended up
So I
drowning.
noticed.
I will
so
say
you,
this: I really did think you drowned.
So-
You got
You
me.
showed up for the interview. It's like, that's weird.
But I noticed you're always dying.
It shows, right? They're always trying to kill me off.
You're kind of like Clint Howard.
Yeah, Mr. Cameo or not Cameo, Mr. They gave Clint Howard an award for being the most like secondary character in every movie ever that was written.
What were your perks like on set? I know you didn't get your own trailer or nothing, but
I would. In some, I would. And so they have, you have the big wagon, Star Wagon trailers for like a main actor, but then they would have the ones that you can fit like.
all the extras.
10, like 10 rooms in one trailer.
Well, he's Mexican. They probably got 40 of them in there.
It was half the family in my one trailer.
Yeah.
But I know I would have, they would have these trailers that were like the big full wagon trailers, but they would be sectioned off in little rooms.
They would have a door on each
so
one.
Enough to
Shower
lay down, a little shower curtain, restroom, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
You got the perks of all the food and all that shit.
Being on craft services, stuff like that.
Yeah. How cool was that as a kid, though? You thought you were
plowing candy the whole time, I guarantee.
No. That's how I got the chubby cheeks. Again, I have a hardcore Mexican mom who didn't play that shit. So a lot of the times it was getting stuff from my mom. She'd be sitting down, relaxing, like, "Hey, mom,
So
you
you're
need
stealing
Coke,
bananas and shit.
stealing stuff. You need some Twizzlers. You need some full blown Snickers. None of them bite sized bullshit.
Right.
I stole some top ramen, mom.
What do you need? When you're like a let's say main actor in a show, whatever, they put you ahead in the line for lunch. So I would go up.
Yeah, but they get a writer though too, where they write in everything they want.
Right.
In my trailer, there has to be 9 M&Ms.
I don't think
all the green M&Ms, stuff like that.
yeah,
No, I didn't do.
He wasn't David Lee Roth.
No, you.
They're like, fuck your fucking green M&Ms.
I know you didn't get that, but you could have George Clooney'd it up and be like, "Yo, bro,
And
PE teacher George Clooney said I get this shit."
And some kids would, man. Some kids that were
Well, you gotta
bad like that.
Take advantage of while you could.
Those are the white kids, I guarantee.
They would demand, "I need a Diet Coke right now." And if mom was again with some poor
Sugar-free.
AD who was running around,
I need a Pepsi Clear.
I need some Orbits. I need Orbits right now.
And Pepsi Clear.
But no, I was never. Again, to me, I never took acting
You're very
as
humble and respectful.
Yeah, because it was beaten into me. But
because
to me it was a fun experience. I got to be on set and do these things. And when I wasn't in school, it was hanging out and.
Or else your mom was dame la chancla.
Yeah. She'd look at me from far away like, don't, sit down. Yeah, kind of shit. So, yeah.
Were your parents always on set with you, or how'd that work?
Yeah, you always had to have a legal guardian. It wasn't always my mom. It was sometimes my dad, sometimes a cousin who was 18. And
Is that just being young?
Yeah, because SAG union rules, you need a guardian on set. So I would always have somebody watching me.
What an inconvenience.
I mean, not really. My mom
Well,
would
if
either.
you're doing a movie for months.
Oh, so Radio Flyer, my grandmother's still with me. My grandma's not doing nothing.
okay,
She's retired doing nothing, so my grandma would stay with me. My mom.
It just has to be a family member.
It just has to be a family
not
Or
necessarily
somebody
a
over
guard.
18 that they sign over.
Sure.
Right. So it was
Putting
always
emergency contacts down. These people are allowed to watch you.
make decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
My mom would sign over a guardianship thing, and then they take care of me. My dad would come out and watch me, and funny enough, every time he would watch me, he'd end up being in the show or movie.
He's in it.
He's in it as
Well,
an extra or something.
Dude, you're always in the shot. Just get in.
Just
all right?
get in there. Yeah. For some reason, he'd show up in there.
I tell you, my kid was in it. I'd always be like,
Hey,
you just see my shoulder.
Well, we talked about Blood and Blood Out. The one I did was American Me. And so American Me, good movie.
Edward
James Olmos. Yep. So
Almost there.
we
Almost
filmed.
there.
Yeah.
almost.
I almost had it.
Almost had it. We filmed in Folsom Prison, and since I was in Folsom, in the actual prison.
Wow.
So
Fucking crazy.
yeah. So I
You
could
and
not
Johnny
be.
Cash.
Yeah. Did you
exactly.
did you sing?
Well,
Wait, how old were you?
it was right after Radio Flyer, so I must have been 7.
They brought a 7-year-old for Folsom Prison.
Into Folsom Prison, we had to go through the metal detectors every day, all that.
Did you see?
He was real popular.
No.
Did you,
They
see?
didn't think about making a stage or anything, so they didn't have to bring you to an actual prison.
Well, no, because a lot of it was shot in the yard. So the part that I did was visiting Edward
It was
James
in
Olmos.
visitations. They couldn't make a visitation room.
Well, everybody inside the visitation room weren't actual. They were all either extras or actors from the show, or from the movie rather. So It wasn't like there were
Did you deal with
inmates
real
in there with real
inmates?
inmates. No. But still, my dad had to be around. So if you look closely when they're doing a pan shot, you see my dad in the background there. Like, yeah.
So those fuckers hated you because they were probably on lockdown for the whole time of
Yeah, no
filming,
visitations because
you know?
we had to be filming. Yep.
Yeah.
So
I want to
kid.
watch him. I want to watch the movie and just every movie that he's ever been in, and have him go, "Hey, look, there's my dad."
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So I did a TV show. It was a cop drama called High Incident, and I played. And that's the other thing too. I always got
What show was
typecasted.
that?
I always got typecasted as the Hispanic kid
That
you know.
dies.
That's weird.
And that usually dies or something.
Well, funny because I'm looking at your IMDb and your name is Boy, Jesus,
Nino.
Juan, Miguel,
Yeah.
Nino.
Yeah, so kind.
Yeah, you're very typecast.
Very typecasted, yeah. So, and that one, there was a spot where the cops raid all the, illegal immigrants that were hiding out.
And you're the son.
And no, they looked at my dad. They're like, "Hey, you want to be in the background? You be an illegal
You want to play
immigrant?"
an illegal?
You're perfect.
You got the look.
You look just like it. So they got him in the background, being one of the illegal immigrants. So,
It's terrible.
I mean, it's terrible, but it kind of makes sense at the same time.
What about
Did you?
Well, they're
did
not
your
gonna
dad-
put me in
wait. Did your dad get a SAG card for being an extra?
no, when they're an extra, they make you sign the waiver or whatever.
They
That's
pay 'em?
Pay
bullshit.
them like $75 for the day or
Hey,
something.
fuck
Yeah.
it, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, if I'm here watching my kid, I might as well make some money, right?
$75 a day? Fuck it.
Hey, do you want to be the guy that fucking
Yeah.
kills the other guy? Cool. Like,
I did
Jesus
a
Christ.
Did your dad ever do anything substantial that's like,
no. But the one movie where you could see him like really clearly is a movie called Untamed Love. It was a Lifetime movie where I played a disabled kid. I stuttered and had palsy, and I had a patch
What?
over the. Oh yeah, I had a patch over my eye, and I had palsy, and
dude, you got to recreate
I
that for us. Give me a line from the movie.
I don't want to hear.
Are you for real?
for real,
Act like that.
for real. Yep.
You
So
could
I-
have been
He's not
Gilbert
special.
Grape, dude.
No. I was thinking more Special Jack and Special Jesus.
Man, you went full retard, man.
Thankfully, I did not go full retard, so But in that one, there's a part where we filmed in Griffith Park. And, and they were doing a pan shot of like the teacher talking with the assistant teacher, and you see
gotta
my
see
you
this.
see my dad sitting there, like you get a good clear shot
Did
of
he
him.
point
so.
at you and laugh?
And he's got a
kid's
DVR. I'm
messed
sure.
No, he gets up and he goes, "Let's go! All these retards are walking around."
Untamed Love. Your name was Child.
Yeah,
Child.
Your name was Child. 1994.
Dude, you're a special needs kid and you can't
I
even
was
get a
special
name.
needs kid.
You can't
I
even
would
get a
not
name
even
in
give
that
me a name.
credit.
I guarantee we're watching that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Is it a big role?
Yeah, throughout the movie. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So the whole thing is that the girl that they put in special needs, they think she's special needs, but she's actually being like abused by her dad or whatever. So
Your dad.
Yeah. So the whole thing. So the whole thing is where the kids in the class that like she's too wild and
We're looking it up. We got that.
What's
site.
it called?
Untamed Love.
Untamed Love. Oh,
I was
there-
going to say because Untamed Heart was a different movie with Christian Slater.
That was with Christian Slater. Yep.
What about your big role in Solo?
Solo was one of those movies. Mario Van Peebles, yep, where I got to play, a Mexican kid in the jungle.
I said this, I told you guys before we started. I remember this movie, and yet I totally don't remember any part of this movie. I remember Mario Van
Supposedly
Peebles.
it's on Cinemax right now, so we
Dude,
we can get it.
Okay.
So big actors
Can we
in that
do
too, dude.
let's do a follow-up episode, please?
Of just where we watch this movie.
We all go watch
Cisco and
Solo.
Ebert that shit.
Okay.
Well, the plot kind of
obviously-
falls apart, but
You get 3 thumbs down.
Obviously, you don't need to go watch this movie because you're in the movie.
Sure.
But can we do a follow-up episode where all
yeah.
3 of us watch this movie and then we just...
Let's just talk about that the whole time.
And let me ask you real quick, spoiler, do you die?
I don't, but I think
Are you retarded or puke on anybody?
no. But
Anything cool?
I get captured by William Sadler. William Sadler. He was the death in Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure.
Oh yeah,
He's in it,
shit.
dude. And Adrian Brody is the guy that programs Solo.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. I remember this
Young
part.
Adrian Brody is the guy who programs Solo.
Oh, dude.
We got something tomorrow. We're
No,
putting that shit out here. We're
Don't
watching
say
it.
Ryan.
Homework
What about
assignment.
Jeff?
Well,
Where-
Jeff, you want to watch it
Hey,
too?
what about me?
No, you're out. You're out. You died. You died.
Yeah, I
already.
died in that. So
What was your favorite movie to ever do or TV?
I think Desperado.
Yeah,
Desperado. That's gotta be
hands
the one,
down,
right?
That's a dumb.
was the
That's
one that was
gotta be
most fun.
That's the best.
Another one that was kind of crazy came in second, and it's another one along the lines of those kind of B movies. Was a movie called New Eden, and it had Stephen Baldwin and Lisa
I
Bonet.
love Stephen.
Lisa Bonet was my mom in it.
But how dare you call that a
what?
B movie?
Oh, dude.
Desperado?
No.
New
Not Desperado,
Eden.
but like along the lines with Solo and that
Oh,
Lifetime
Solo,
movie
so yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
But it's a sci-fi movie where Stephen Baldwin gets thrown on another planet because he's a prisoner, and you either become a pirate scavenger or you become like these low-level peasants. So me and my mom were like low-level peasants, and
What
like
was it called?
Stephen New Eden.
Oh, we're right.
Yeah, you got it right there.
Okay, we're doing this follow up. It's Solo and New Eden.
New Eden,
You gotta
yeah.
Oh,
watch
there
it.
it is. 1994. Your name was Luke.
Yes, I think
you
I
got
got
a
a white
name.
name in that one.
You
That's
died
right. I thought,
It was,
Good for you.
You got it.
Good for you.
But, hey,
It's not Child or Jesus.
But he only put
got
up with me
Luke.
because he was trying to, get with the mom, which is Lisa Bonet, at the time.
So he was kind of like, get the fuck out of here, kid.
so what was it like working with Chuck Norris?
Oh, Walker, Texas Ranger. 2 episodes.
So yeah,
2 episodes.
Two
You're right.
episodes.
Oh, you were Jesus in that.
I was Jesus in that, and guess
Oh,
what?
Jesus.
I was a gangster in that one too.
Jesus again.
Jesus again, gangster, wearing the flannels.
Hey, that's a
is
two
Chuck
episode. That was
Norris's-
a 2-episode arc.
Yep.
I like it.
So other than the scenes we were in, and we would do a quick rehearsal. He was constantly busy. So
You didn't learn.
Or
Chuck
acting that
Norris.
way.
You didn't learn any high kicks or anything.
So I did, yeah. And he kicks with some boots. I had to wear the tightest jeans.
Dude,
Did you dress cowboy?
No. I was a cholo in it.
He's a
So
fucking
cholo in
I
it.
had flannels, my hair combed back.
His name was Luke. I figured it.
No, I was Jesus in that one.
no comprende, güey.
Another great actor in that was Danny Trejo. He was in that episode in the end. Of course, we were in
Danny.
Desperado together, so he remembered me from Desperado.
I don't
is he
care.
like?
I don't care anything about anybody else. I want to know about him.
Amazing, dude. Danny Trejo is one of the nicest people.
That's
like,
what I've heard.
ever.
Yeah.
That's
Just-
not what he ever plays.
Right, he always
but
plays the
he
badass.
plays the psychopath always. That's who he is. But I heard he is an amazing person.
I love Dan. And now he's got donut shops and
Yeah.
Oh, he has
Taco
Trejo's
spots.
tacos.
Yeah, Trejo's
Tacos.
tacos. Like,
Yeah.
super nice guy.
or how you
Metalhead.
say Trejo.
Loves
Tre-
metal. Like
Trejo.
he would show up with his suicidal
Trejo.
tendencies
Oh,
T-shirts on
sick.
set and stuff. So,
He's like 5'1".
amazing guy. Would stop to talk with us, go sit in our trailer with us, hang out with us. Like just really down to earth guy.
He didn't take you out for PE
No,
or science
or
class.
science or anything. Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm teaching him science today.
We're making mess.
He's I'm teaching him how to throw knives.
Now you're typecasting him in real life.
Oh, but apparently you were also in Team Knight Rider. Did you get to
yeah.
meet Kit?
Is that when Kit
The
turned
car?
red? Is that when Kit
so
went red?
They
No,
tried
that was
to
Car.
they tried
Kit
to
becomes-
revamp like Team Knight Rider in the '90s. So
No, it was just
but instead
Knight
of just
Rider.
so it was Knight Rider like in the '80s with Hasselhoff.
Yeah, but then they did Knight Rider where Knight Rider was red. It wasn't black.
No, it was a team of cars.
That was
Oh,
Dukes
they
of
had-
Hazzard.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, they had a Corvette. Like it was a whole team of
Motherfucker, I
them.
gotta watch this now
They
too.
probably had 3 episodes of that.
Yeah.
It was like a season or two tops of it. Yeah, so
So that's the second time you've done something with
and I was,
Hasselhoff. You never
no,
had
he wasn't in that. No,
Did you?
no.
Oh, he
But
wasn't
we
in
got to meet him on Baywatch. Yeah,
He
yeah,
did meet
yeah,
him.
yeah. We
All
did
right,
meet him on Baywatch.
Wait a minute. Did you hassle the Hoff?
I did a little bit. So so he was Knight Rider and I was a Mexican kid in jail and then
Shocker.
Well,
Never
you were
saw that
Carlos and Jesus.
No wait,
Yes.
you got a name.
Yes.
You got a name in that
Yeah,
one.
I
think I did.
did. Carlos
What was it?
Delgado and Jesus.
there you go.
Again, Jesus.
Always Jesus, buddy.
Hey man. Hey,
Always a Chewy.
why would you be compared to anything other than Jesus, man? I mean, that's great.
That's it.
I
Now,
love
you were
Rocking
in
the
a,
beard and the long hair now.
you were
right?
in one of my favorite shows ever, dude. It was called Minor Adjustments.
I'm surprised you remember that. Yeah.
I don't.
is
I just
that?
made that shit up.
Did you?
I never heard of it. What the hell is Minor Adjustments?
It was a sitcom that was on for a couple of seasons. Do you remember on Friends the guy Barry that Rachel leaves? He was the dentist that
Yeah,
Rachel.
yeah,
He
no,
was in that too.
Yeah.
He was. It's about like these 4 pediatric doctors that like They run a pediatric
I've never
thing, and
heard of this
I was a
shit.
recurring role. I was the main son's friend.
Was it-
So I would do a few episodes where
What were you, Jesus?
I think, dude, I bet you that was my name. I bet you that was my name.
That's your
It was friend number
Nope.
one.
That's
His
your
name was
reoccurring
actually
role.
Curtis.
It was what? Curtis?
Yeah, it sounds like a fat white kid.
I was gonna say
It's not a Mexican name.
A Spanish name, man.
I don't want to be like that guy, but you don't look like a Curtis.
I look a little Jewish. I could have been Jewish.
Yeah, but
You're
that would-
Jewish Curtis.
Okay, well then that's when your name comes in. You wouldn't be Abraham. Ibrahim. You'd be
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim.
Have you ever got recognized, like, after you got going with some of this shit?
Hey,
Have you-
Abe.
Hey. I recognized it. Like, ever been...
Yeah, on the streets, occasionally somebody would be like, "Hey, I think I know you. Were you in something?" And then I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was in Desperado." And happened more when I was younger, not now.
I was gonna say no offense. I would never. Hey, do you play?
Yeah.
I would walk... I just want to touch a guitar. I totally would, though.
They're like, "Weren't you in Alf?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"How
yeah,
the
yeah,
hell
yeah,
did you?"
yeah,
I'm like, "How could you tell?"
I saw your
Weren't you
feet.
fucking Alf, dude?
We have a reoccurring role.
You're like,
about
"I know
feet
that
on
nose."
this
Do you still get residuals off this? Anything?
I do, yeah. Actually, not so much the commercials, the recurring stuff like the TV shows that still are in syndicate. Desperado's a big one. Radio Flyer's a big one.
So you're getting big checks.
Not big checks, as small as a couple of cents to as high as a couple $100 every now and then.
As,
Really,
your
though?
attorney, I get 10%.
There you go.
When's the last check you got?
Got a couple of weeks back. I think it was like a $20-something one.
Oh, beer money.
That's a honey. We're going to interview.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
go.
Right?
Dude, I'm telling you.
Exactly, dude.
That's
Out of the blue-
$20 better more
you
than
go.
you had right before
Out of
that.
the blue, you just get a check for $20.
That's awesome.
Do you have to make sure to re up your address?
I do,
So you
I
don't
do.
miss your $28 or $28 check.
Yeah, because you don't want to miss those $20 checks. Yeah, I still pay my SAG dues every year, and it's
What's
still
that run you?
saying like $15-20 a
I thought
year
you
or
had
something.
to. I thought
Yeah,
you had
yeah.
to act so many hours.
No. As long as you're paying the union dues,
That's it.
That's it.
Then what is it to when you have to act so many hours? Is it like benefits and shit like that?
Yeah, for benefits. So I don't get any of that.
So you don't go back and go
No, he
hey,
gets
I'm
his 2 cent
Jesus.
checks.
And
Right. I don't get any of that.
You don't do any of that?
I think the last thing they did, they have what's called the Coogan account, where as a child, so that your parents don't rip off your money, they put it in the special account.
that's a new thing set by your buddy Corey Feldman.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Yeah,
think so.
Corey.
What about this Michael
Shimon.
Jordan documentary? Right?
No, it was like a made-for-TV biofilm that they did about him.
So you never met?
No.
him,
So
or-
we never met Mike. It was the,
You're just
the
a
actor,
kid going,
the
"Oh, I
actor
wanna
that
be
played
like
him. Well, no. So apparently in real life, Michael Jordan would give kids in Chicago tickets for getting good grades. So they would meet him outside of the stadium, and he would give them tickets as long as they presented a report
Dude,
card.
In the back alley.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
I was
So
gonna-
I played one of those
I was
kids.
gonna say,
like,
he's-
he pulls up in his Mercedes,
But you
and we're
didn't have
like,
good grades. You just were an actor. It
I
was
right.
fake.
It was yeah. It was.
But I guarantee
It wasn't
you,
real?
it was billed as Jesus gets a ticket from Michael Jordan.
for Michael.
But
yeah.
I'm sure George Clooney gave you an A, though, huh?
Yeah, George Clooney gave us an A for
did you
PE.
get an A in PE?
I got an A and P from George Clooney. So yeah, it was just a biopic, and we were just kids.
Is that towards the end of your
No, I was
deal?
like 14, 15 by then, and by then I had started slowing down, where I was doing commercials. And
What kind of commercials you do?
I was in an anti-smoking commercial.
Oh, you want to share it?
So the other the other half of it, the benefit that I got is I spoke fluent Spanish. So I would do Spanish commercials. I would do a lot of Spanish voiceover work because I've had this voice since I was like 12. So this raspy voice. So I would do a lot of voiceover stuff. I was in an HBO cartoon show. HBO had a TV show called Happily Ever After, where they would do.
I saw that on
cartoon-
here.
Yep.
It says your name was Boy. You were a boy.
Boy.
So you did voice
Voiceover work,
cartoon
did a
shit?
lot, did cartoon stuff.
Boy, that's the
yeah.
moneymaker right there.
Should've
Dude,
been- it should've been
it is.
Nino.
I really wish I would have kept. If anything, I would have kept up with. It would have
Especially
been,
now with all the cartoons and
and yeah, and
that
everything going
kinda-
big. But just the work is easy. You come
Yeah,
in,
you go in,
do,
you record.
do
I
3-4 hours of
Yeah, but-
voiceover work, and you go home. And
But
did you
couldn't you-
talk in your own voice, or did you kind of like try to make
It was so
Make something weird out of it, you know?
Hey,
Yeah, like-
from the
So the
D-Rush.
problem I have is apparently I have such an Americanized Spanish accent that I would need a language coach
yeah,
to make sure that my Spanish sounded more authentic. So, and yeah, towards the end, I was at the age where I was 16, 17, and they were hiring, 19, 20-year-olds who didn't have to deal with SAG union rules.
the whole like you have 3 hours of school every
6
day,
hours in front of the camera. Yep. The moment
which
you're
is-
18, you can work 12 hours a day.
right, which is why they hire like 25-year-olds to play 16-year-olds now.
Exactly.
So they don't have to deal with that.
don't
But
have
you're
to
like,
deal
there's
with
no way that dude is in high school because he's fully on roids. Not that I wasn't on roids in high school because I did a little bit, but that guy has.
Like the guy with the receding hairline,
Yeah.
there's no way he's 16,
Well, me, Ryan, and Jeff, we're going to start doing steroids. And
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about it on last episode.
Trying to get
We're gonna
back on
pump
it.
it up.
I'm
Start
already,
pumping that
I'm
up.
already in. I'm already
sure.
in.
So why did you stop?
I think when I moved out here to Arizona, it was about 2021. I was still like auditioning for voiceover stuff or trying to. I'd stopped for a lot of years when I was in college, was playing in bands and stuff. So I was like, not really paying attention to it.
Did the roles just stop coming, or
Rather, I just stopped going to auditions.
oh,
That's pretty much it. Yeah, just wouldn't go to auditions. My mom basically told the agent, I think he's done for a little bit,
You ever think
Told my
about getting back
manager.
into it ever? Like,
No, not really. I mean, I like my life out here. I couldn't see myself moving back to LA.
Sure.
And you gotta be like,
You gotta be around it.
You gotta be around it.
you
You gotta
can't
be in LA.
do
You gotta
it.
be.
I gotta fucking drive 8 hours to go do an audition.
Right. Maybe the voiceover stuff because I know Phoenix.
voiceover, you can do that.
Yeah, voice. Yeah, because now you can do a lot of that from home. You know
call
what I
that
mean?
But also now, yeah.
Just call it in. The Zoom meeting that in. Yeah,
But
yeah.
honestly, there's so many voiceovers now. Like that's what a lot of these main actors are doing.
Right.
It's-
Yeah.
Fuck, I could stay at home. I could film my part.
And not have
record
to,
my part, and
still make some decent money with it. You know what I mean?
that's kind of the way to. Big actors are doing this now.
Katie Seagal did Futurama, and like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean, you get a lot of these
Oh, Peggy?
actors. Yeah.
Just,
You know what I mean?
Cyclops.
Like,
She's Cyclops,
Purple
right?
hair.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, you get all these actors that would rather sit and do that than have to go in all day and work on a
Makes
set.
sense.
And yeah.
What was your best experience? Your best your favorite?
I think
What do you look back
Desperado.
when you say this was the shit?
I think Desperado.
You think?
Yeah, because that one was the
Because of
most
Antonio?
fun. Because not even because
Selma.
of that, but because just because of the experience culturally. I mean, I think of anything in 20, 30 years from now. When I die, the only thing I think I'll ever be remembered for is going to be Desperado. You know what I mean? That's the one.
That's the one.
You ask anybody, they're like, "Oh yeah!" Like that's the one that everybody remembers. You know?
You told me a story one time. You fell asleep. Selma.
On some Hayek's lap. Yeah. We were
Too bad
filming
she's so
filmed the
Best
scene
nap
where I
of his
got
life.
shot.
Yeah.
Where I got
Sounds
shot,
terrible.
and they had to set up the cameras, and I think I was sick at the time, and so like I'm sitting in the backseat of the car with her, and she's
So you weren't
rubbing
really,
my
like,
head,
skeezing on her, you were
no,
just-
I was like
Yeah.
10.
So
Very. So it's a very endearing.
you can
thing,
get away
know?
with more at 10, dude. I mean, I was just trying to breastfeed. My mom breastfed me till I was 9.
Yeah.
So
You had
yeah.
a milk
thirsty out
mustache
here.
and your real mustache.
So yeah. Got to take a little nap, but very sweet lady. Very, very sweet lady.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome.
Well, dude, you're a legend to us.
Only for Solo though.
only for solo.
The
yeah.
other movies
That's
I
it.
could give
All
two
the other
fucks
ones.
about.
So we are gonna go watch. We should have a.
Let's do that. I
You guys want
want to
to
do
do
that
a
really
party? I think what we can do is cut like all those B movies that I was talking about. And
That's what I was thinking. If we just
Watch a couple
put
of those.
together a clip of you through all this bullshit, and we have a little
yeah,
party and just watch,
Yeah.
45 minutes of
of some stuff.
some stuff. It'd be a blast.
It would be dude, like the way we did
Like
Desperado.
the Desperado.
Yep.
Rented out the whole
Yep, my
theater for your birthday.
my wife.
I
Shout
noticed-
out
I
to
noticed-
Jen Greg.
I noticed my invite got lost on that one.
It was very private.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
we rented a theater here. Again, my wife got that for me, and she's just like, I think we should just invite everybody to watch
Dude,
it.
it was
have fun.
insane. I actually sat
Sounded
right behind you.
Sounded great.
And
Sounded fun.
every every time you see Abe, we're just like, yeah.
And then the theater served drinks, so we're all drinking.
Yeah, that's right.
like,
Yeah, we was at the picture show.
Yep. Up at the picture show.
Man, that sounds.
We
I
brought,
think you were working that day, Jeff.
we brought our own bottles in. We were making cocktails. And,
Oh, dude, we were smoking the vapes in there.
Yeah.
Everything, dude. It was great.
Did you bring your own bottles? And
yeah,
that sounds
they
fun.
let us. They
It was a
rented
good
it
time.
out for.
Is this getting old
A couple
yet?
$100 actually. Yeah, I
getting
love my
old?
wife. She was a great birthday gift. She was awesome.
That sounds super.
Very
like,
awesome.
Well,
Jealousy
I think
aside, it sounds rad.
we're gonna do that with Solo.
Yeah, if you want, I'm
Well,
down.
let's
let's
do a
run it.
better
Let's do
movie.
it.
No, I think we should watch it for a podcast.
Sure, we'll do that. Sure, but I'm talking about renting out the theater.
No,
Let's get
let's
his
do that
shit.
too. I'm just saying,
But have the
for-
mics rolling like
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh yeah,
Something.
this thing we could bring anywhere.
Yeah.
Runs on batteries.
There you go.
Yeah,
Fucking does.
maybe like
go, dude, I'm done.
summertime. You got the projector. We should do it. We should do.
Yeah.
Let's do
Perfect.
We can even do it out here, dude. I'm down.
Yeah,
We'll,
whenever you
we'll
guys are
invite
ready.
all our fans.
that. All our fan.
Both of them.
Hey man, thanks for taking time out to come hang with us.
No, thank you guys,
Like-
dude. I love this.
I
This
get-
is awesome.
I got one question. Do you regret it leaving?
No. I love my life now. Love where I ended up.
I know you didn't. I just was. I
You just, I love that I got to meet all you guys and we all got to be friends. So yeah. No.
So just not a regret
Nope.
at all.
The universe tends to unfold as it should.
I remember one time
That's
you told me
deep.
you said you fucking hated it at one point.
No, it got stressful as a kid because again, you're auditioning 24/7, and you're
They're
running
pushing you
3-4 auditions a day. My parents never pushed me, but I mean, it was work. You know what I mean? It was still work. So it got
It wasn't
rough
as.
at time.
Did you
as
make some
cool.
good money back then? Like,
So when we were growing up, my mom, apparently, like, you're kind of not supposed to do this because a lot of kids go back later and sue their parents for it. But my mom got joint accounts, so
Yeah.
all the money we would make went to joint accounts. But to this day, I don't say anything about it because my mom, used that money for us growing up. It was Christmas. It was back to
Right.
school shopping. It was
it's for the family.
it was for the family. Yeah, it was dinner. It was. Hey, mom, I broke my $200 skateboard. I need a new skateboard. You know what I mean? So.
I feel like a Mexican mom would take better care of you than a white mom, though.
Yeah, no,
For
dude.
real.
My mom spoiled us for sure.
Yeah.
My parents really
Does
did spoil
better
us, so.
stuff with the money for sure.
More worried about the family than
Yeah.
just hey, I need new lips and tits.
Well,
Exactly.
I'm an actor myself. I was.
So you would know. You would know.
I was in a McDonald's commercial. I made about $3,500, my initial check,
Yep,
and I bought landscaping, big butterfly to go on the side of the wall.
No, you bought a-
and then I got
bought a bike.
bicycle, a dresser set, and a 8-track
Player?
album player.
Nice.
That's all I got out of it. I got about $300 worth of shit.
Again, it was $3,500 in like 1982.
Well, no, because that's pretty much about what it was when I was my age weekly, like on a movie. It was about that. So when I turned
No, this is one shot deal. $3,500. You were
there
making
you
that
go.
weekly, just so you know.
So
Yeah.
he was doing better than I was.
I was, but
And when I turned-
I decided to bag out, man. I didn't want to be all.
You want
You know,
to be
all
caught up in
day,
the
just-
Hollywood
yeah.
machine.
You were beyond that.
They
I
asked me
understand.
if I want to do, big shows. and I'm like,
Tarantino showed up
Yeah,
and was like,
Tarantino.
"Yo,
He's like, I need this kid. And he's like, no, we're not doing that.
where's this Derek Torino kid? Yeah, I need that guy."
Never played basketball with Clooney,
I
did
never
you?
fucking
No,
got to
you
play
didn't.
basketball with
Hey.
Clooney. I played basketball with Ronald McDonald, though,
There you
motherfucker.
go.
I could dunk like a motherfucker. Challenge him, I dare you.
You came out of your trailer with like red marks everywhere. You're like, what?
Why you got makeup on your neck? Hey,
Well, you got white makeup on your
He's
trousers.
like, why'd you come out with a grimace on your face?
hey, on that note, Abe, thanks for being here and
Thank you,
sharing your
guys.
stories, man.
Salud.
You're fucking awesome. We'd
Love
like
you
to have
guys.
you back for another show
Definitely,
sometime.
Whenever you guys want.
The solo
I got
episode.
more stories. So
Oh, I'm
we got
sure
plenty
you
more
do.
stories we can tell. So
You're the man. We're gonna wrap this show up, guys. Hey, thanks. Go check out all these movies. We got
Solo.
Desperado, Solo, The Breakup, Team Night Ride, Alfs.
keep them 3-cent checks rolling in, please.
Yeah. We need to get this guy paid.
Because now we all get a cut because we interviewed
Yeah,
him.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Now,
There you go.
now
So watch all of these movies multiple times.
There
Please.
you go.
hey, go check him out. Abe, Ryan,
Yes, sir.
Jeff.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
We're the Humanz race. We'll see you on the next round.
Laters.